Hello. Well, it's been a while. Um, I wanted to play, I didn't have the time in the past few weeks. But I'm back, and I haven't even been on my computer. I haven't played this at all, off stream or anything. And I genuinely have no idea what I was doing anymore. And I thought when I last played, I don't think I was streaming. I played for like 20 minutes, and I wrote this sign to remind myself in case I was gone a long time, which I was, or in terms of Greg Tech, I basically was, because I just forget everything because how complicated everything is. So I guess that's kind of my goals for now. But I have no idea where everything else is standing. So first, I'm just gonna run around my base, figure out what's going on. I'm making stainless steel dust. Why not? Sure. Is it progressing? Okay. I don't know if that's bugged or what. Um, I guess not. It was just taking a while to show up. But anyway, I have some stainless steel in there, so that's okay. I built this quad EBF. I have this ExxonMobil chemical plant up here with tungsten steel machine casings. I built this to get this Dangote distillus, and then this wasn't on stream. I was very upset about this. It's starting to come back to me. I spent like a whole stream like gathering stuff for this, and then I found out I can't make it. So I need Platline to some degree. But when I do that, I'll need this tungsten steel, and hey, I have it ready. In the meantime, there's this recipe here, which I'm using this for, which also I didn't know existed on stream and is so useful. Basically, you put in this industrial strength hydrofluoric acid as well as hydrofluoric acid. You get out industrial strength hydrofluoric acid. So this is a loop. You infinitely get industrial strength hydrofluoric acid, with the only input being the hydrofluoric acid and itself to get itself out. So you put, I think it takes, what is it, 2k, you get 4.5k out, and then as well as the 5,000 hydrofluoric acid, normal hydrofluoric acid, that produces that infinitely. And then what can you use this for? Nothing super useful, but then you see for rare earth right here, for the best odds for rare earth 3s, and I need rare earth 3s. I needed that for yttrium. This dust right here, and I figured the best way to get it is from dehydrating these things, which are rare earth byproducts. So if I go look over here too, this is my rare earth setup. I need IV machines for this. If I get this into my main, I gotta kill the spider, man. Really? If I have some of this in my main applied energistics network, it funnels into this chemical bath. The rare earth makes rare earth dust. And then once that's processed over here, it goes into this dehydrator as rare earth 3 dust. And then it gets distributed to the machine that it should be sent to. And the way I'm doing this is just I have a basic item filter telling it, and then if it needs a cell, it sends a cell too. So you can see like this fluorensite gets sent in here. Fluorensite makes all this stuff. Samarium ore concentrate, that's pretty good actually. Aluminum and phosphorus. Phosphorus is nice, I guess. And then I also get cells of stuff, and I haven't set that up yet. I just need like a ton of tanks to do that or something. I'm gonna figure that out soon. So that's that. That's what I like did off stream if I remember. But that's not what I was trying to do right now. I was just trying to make sure everything's good. So I'm pretty bad on power. Look how miserable that is. I'm at 33% capacity. It was at 100. It's crazy. I have 3 super tanks full of nitrobenzene. So like I have the capacity to do it. It's just it generates kind of slow for what I use sometimes. When I run that EBF, the quad EBF over here, whenever I blast anything, I think it uses about 6,900 for each of these. So that's 28,000 total, which is, I think my max, well, I'm making my maximum right now. So it's like I'm eating power twice as fast as I create it. Um, so this needs upgraded critically. This is kind of my next thing to do, I think. I don't think my, well, I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, I kind of have an idea of where I go on now. And then as for terms of the quest line, I know for these I need iridium. So these, this I can't do. And this is like critical things behind it, I would say. I also need one of these for some machine I kind of want. I think the crop replicator, right? No. I don't know, I couldn't tell you. Oh, I think it might be for the rocket. I bet it's for the rocket. If I look at the rocket, and look at the computer, I need one of each. So this rocket's locked behind doing some degree of plat line, is what I'm getting at. So I can't do anything this way. I could technically do that, but I'm not gonna do that. And then I can't progress this way because I can't make that rocket, even though it's green. I just clicked it. Um, this I think I can make, but there's no point right now. Yeah, it would just be kind of expensive and stupid because these pumps are here. um, I wouldn't be horribly opposed to making them, but I would need IV energy hatches pretty much to do anything good with that, and to make IV energy hatches. Actually, I guess I could use like I could do some stupid stuff, but I'm not gonna worry about it. No point in doing that yet. Um, Okay. So like I said, basically, all the stuff on this half I can't do right now, or is like not even worth looking at. So that leaves these chemical lines. Progressing very crudely like this through, this is the plat line, this top one. Progressing like this, doing this one, and then doing these ones. So not including these, or going over to this entire right side over here. By doing just that, I get iridium, osmiridium, HSSS. I get the capability to make that. Iridium is what I need for these, which unlocks rockets. Um, the osmium. Oh, yeah, yeah. And then the osmium and iridium will unlock these. What do I even need them for? Other than saying these right here. I need iridium right here. It will unlock IV energy hatches. IV energy hatches let me upgrade. This is my problem. So look, it says Dingo Distillus. I don't know if that's readable. Uh, I need osmium and iridium for IV energy hatch for arcanite. So this Dango Distillus here is one thing I want for my um this is one thing I want for my, oh my gosh, my power production, to go through coal tar really quick. I think I use to like distill it. And then I believe it's for these integral frameworks. I need this arcanite. This is the only thing I can't get right now, I believe. And the only way to get this is by doing something in the blast smelter like that. Oh, actually, that's right. Or if I had an IV fluid extractor. I don't think there was any way to do anything, actually. Yeah. I really was looking and thinking, like, oh yeah, if I have an IV fluid extractor, which is, reasonably expensive. What was the reason I couldn't do this? Was there a reason? Um, can I not craft this? I can craft this. Well, I totally can. Or I don't want the fluid solidifier. Maybe I just was like, that's just stupid and pointless, and I'd rather just do Plightline instead of doing that. I don't know. Anyways, I might be able to do that little skip, or I'll just can do a little bit of Plightline. This isn't even that much stuff. I can probably make a combination of a bunch of machines. And then in reality too, this is going to give like byproducts, like the sodium ruthenate dust, I guess, right here. This rhodium sulfate. I already have that. It's going to give some stuff I can't do anything with yet because I'm not going to set up the machines. I'm just going to set up the machines to get through this line. Get that damn IV energy hatch. With that energy hatch, I can do a lot of stuff, so I need that. This is what I want for my power generation right now. industrial coke oven, 2 large chemical reactors, at least 3 distillery towers, ExxonMobil chemical plant, obviously, some number of electrolyzer multis, and wood collection. So the problem is wood collection. And then I kind of have some other problems that are complicated questions. First, let me just look really quick. What is this thing? Polybenzimidazole. I don't know why the hell I need this. It's a good ratio right here. I'll give it that. Probably like some circuit stuff like that. It's like a better polyethylene, I guess. Is this easy to get? What goes into this? Benzene, chlorine. Be used to make some things. Yeah. And then this is like a monazite chain, which I'm not even gonna freaking look at right now. Whatever. So, where does that leave me? In terms of the quest book, I think the very next thing I need to do is actually just going through Platline. Which, this is, you know. I need this. I need to fluid extract this stuff. How the heck do I get this? Oh, I need to actually craft this. Okay. So I genuinely just craft this. And then I blast furnace it on 11 with platinum residue dust, which is what I have a ridiculous amount of. Is this like the only thing I can do with it? Yep. With that potassium disulfate, that splits off the rhodium here, and I can totally forget about it. And then with this leach residue dust, what do I do? Probably this, I'm guessing. Yep. And then I totally forget about that one. I get some steam I don't care about. I do need saltpeter dust. I wonder if I'm... And then here is probably the very, very next step. We're finally gonna take this, I guess some iridium metal residue dust. That gets blast furnaced again, I guess. This one's like useless. Oh, it's cool. I can get some gold though. This goes into a chemical reactor, which goes into a chemical reactor, and then that. Yep. There's some iridium. So what step was like that? Moving sludge. I went to like that step actually. So then if I'm on this one, for the osmium, I distill it. Has to be in a distillation tower on IV power. Interesting. I get osmium solution. Ridiculous amounts of hydrochloric acid again. Gosh, I need so much of that. It's insane. Oh, okay, this is a loop. Okay, well that's good. Osmium. So that is not that long. I'll have like 2 things I can't do anything with, and then the rest of it I can. So, and then why is this its own step? I don't want to. I don't know why this is. Oh, that's osmiridium. Oh, okay, that's an alloy. Never mind. I need, I guess to get it, you have to. Yeah, it looks like it. You have to. Have osmiridium dust. Right. How long does that take in the blast furnace? Whoa. So that needs the IV hatches. But okay. And then I will not have completed the platinum line, but I'll have completed this line. And then I'm out. And then the rest of it I can worry about later. I mean, I'll complete a portion of it. What is that, like? And that's a portion. I can do all that within, like, maybe 2 blast furnaces at worst. Probably 2 LCRs. I need a distillery tower. Now that was very, very, very chlorine heavy. I have 2.7 million. I don't have a source of chlorine at all. So that's kind of why that's a problem. I should have all the raw materials with me to do everything for all that stuff I just looked at. So it's not that crazy. What is even going on here? What is this? Is that even a thing? I have a lot of phosphorus doped wafers. I guess I was engraving them, but I don't know what to. Nor memory chips. Oh, if that's what I was making, I didn't make a lot of them. Okay, anyway. I have some titanium ingots, I can take those back and cool those down. I'm still okay on power here. And this is where I'm actually generating that power. Why is this down on sulfuric acid? I know I had some problem, but I don't remember. What happened? I don't remember. Maybe it's just because I turned this up. I upgraded the coils to HSSGs here. Now it's faster and I can't really keep up with that. Okay, anyways. Am I on titanium? Oh my gosh, I got a ton. I had a 972 in there, so I'm about to hit over 1,000 again. For the first time in a while. I was critically low on titanium for a while. And I'm sure I have a bunch more. I have a ton of rutile. Tungstate, no tungstate. That's okay. Anyway. Okay, anyways. I don't want to save that. I have a lot of tungsten dust. I have like no tungsten wires at all. I need that kind of. I don't really just want to sit here and run my stuff right now at all though. Why don't I figure out, okay. So like I will need large chemical reactors, I'm gonna need distillery towers. So I need a lot of stainless here. I don't really have a ton. Let me start crafting a lot, I guess. I'm gonna need a lot for the distillery towers is why I need that. And then I think for the large chemical reactors I'm fine. What's that one thing I need? I need like a fluid extractor. I don't even know what to put this on. I don't even know. I guess just a high voltage. Let me just look up fluid extractor. I'll just take a high voltage one, whatever. And then I just use the rest of my gold cables, I think. Do I have no gold dust? I nearly don't. I'll do that. Okay. I need like chemical reactors. That's not really a problem. I can do this on, yeah, any. I'll need a chemical reactor for that step. Then I need one EBF, kind of another EBF. You'll need saltpeter and salt water. You can pump salt water or make it, and mine saltpeter or make it too. You should automate making it probably. And potassium and nitric acid. This has to be an infinite loop here. Uh, okay, but then for salt water, apparently I can pump it, or I can mix salt and water. Do not want to mix salt and water. That's absurd. Waste liquid, phenyl hydrochloric acid, and chrome. What do I get this from, man? Just miscellaneous recipes and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, nothing I'm gonna be able to do. Yeah. Yeah, nothing right now. I guess by pumping it, it probably means this. When it says 0 to 200, I do not know what that means. Does that mean 200,000 liters? Because that's what I would guess, and if so, that's like miserable. Not worth going to the moon to get that. And then it probably won't even be 200, and then I'm just running around collecting a few million buckets of it when I need what? Like, I don't know. However freaking many I need each step. So something ridiculous. Not rhodium sulfate. Where's the thing for it? Look, I get this, I get this. Oh, I don't need a ton of it. I need a ton of saltpeter dust, though. So, okay, anyways. This is like one blast furnace. Okay, one blast furnace on 11. Another, okay, the same blast furnace. So one blast furnace still. Can probably still do one blast furnace on 11. And then this, I probably just want to have it be its own for simplicity in the future more than anything. And then any kind of chemical reactor. Or I should always use a large for the perfect overclocks, actually. I should never be using the small ones. I forgot about that. Unless, like, I'm really lazy. I have a lot of chemically inert machine casings. I don't have any sitting. I think I was going to use these for my power generation, but that's okay. The fluid extractor stays, though. Man, that is so weird. But okay. Yep. And then finally to get a chemical reactor. Pushes it out. As for this chemical reactor, that's the blast furnace. Okay, so I think I need like one blast furnace. I don't know what the blocks are called in this. Heat proof. And then I definitely want some coils. Preferably not Canthol. Okay. Man, what a task to come back to, man. It's like the worst thing. Let me open the loot bag and I don't know why I was like, this will solve all my problems somehow. So, for some reason, I thought that was like my best option. Uh, you know, this is actually pretty good. Oh, I think I genuinely need an unpackager. Oh, I can fluid extract. That's molten tungsten, man. I can't fluid extract. I get to put it in the arc furnace. There you go. To get tungsten ingots ready to do with what I want. I'll just keep them in there though for now. This raw ore I'll go through into my stuff. So this doesn't apply to what I'm doing right now, the flatline stuff, but it's definitely worth noting. I've been looking at updating a 2.9, and it looks very exciting, and I kind of want to. That is crazy. Every 21 seconds I get 2 rutile dust right now. Still. I'm getting distracted. It's just cool. How much more of this do I have, man? Oh my gosh, I still got a lot. Anyways, I've looked at the wiki because the wiki's been saying like this is written for Greg Tech 2.9. Well, if you look at like those pages and like ignore that and you look at the ore washing plant for example, it doesn't look anything like this multi-block. Well, it kind of does, but it's not the same thing. There's like they have like fins and stuff, turbines in here. You can kind of see. Um, this might be bigger or something too. I don't remember. And then it's the same thing with the sifter. I think it's taller if I remember, and I think you have to have a coil on it now for decoration. Maybe. I think this is actually the same, even though it's damn ugly. Oh no, this is different too. I think. That distiller, that tower is the same. I think the centrifuges. I mean, I haven't looked at everything. Like that is, I know this. These probably are. I think this is different. My alloy blast smelter. I think one of these actually is different. I think it's the. Maybe they both are. Maybe it's just the electrolyzer. I don't know. Well, what does that mean? When I upgrade my world, let's say I just did right now to the 2.9 beta, all these multi-blocks would break. It would be. I just have a random assortment of these blocks, and for no reason. Um, which is bad, clearly. And what's really bad about it is if it breaks a block where I need the block to make the block, like let's say I have no gold, or well, I don't think gold would be processed through this, but let's just say it was. Let's say I had no gold and I need gold for the turbines. I go in there or whatever, and I go and mine it and put it through this. Well, it won't go through my ore washing plant. So then it's like I'm back to the Stone Age until I can get everything back up and running. I think the biggest multi-block I have right now that gets changed is like the ore washer and the sifter though. Like the change is significant enough that I don't think they'll fit here, and one can probably stay, but then one's gonna have to move to like over here or something. Which is pretty crazy. So that's just one thing I've been thinking about. Yeah. Flatline, I feel like, needs its own dedicated power source. Which I already have so many damn dynamo hatches coming off, man. Yeah. I'm so tired of doing this upgrade stuff. I want to automate this stupid assembly thing, honestly, even though it's annoying. It's just stupid. So, I'll just put it back for right now. I would just get the machines down first, honestly, and apply to logistics before I worried about power. And I can there's a cable right where I plan to put it anyway, a wire that I can just connect them to. Do I have superconductor wire? I guess is kind of the bigger. Yeah, I'm fine on that. So this needs its own applied energistics mainframe. Oh, it's been a while. I can't find this quest. I can never find this. Can never find that quest for some reason. I definitely need a drive. I mean, I'm gonna need an energy cell. And then I need a controller block of something. So this is absolutely a need, and I can't make it. I don't have titanium plates. Well, that's fixable. That's not a problem. This I can't make. An energy cell, sure. And then I need some ME drives. How many do I need here? One should cover all my items. It's the fluids I'm worried about that are gonna be going in and out of this too. Let me just make two. And then I should be able now to make a controller. Am I out of HV circuits? Is that what that was? No way, really? No. No, man. Oh, that's really bad, kinda. I need to move in some polyethylene here soon. I want to get some of those going. Why did I get a freaking achievement? Craft a controller. Okay, man. Everything else I should have already. Does it say what this is used for? I don't get it. I don't know. There's those. I want some fluix, glass cables, some dents. I think I want the peer-to-peer tunnel. Why not? Always need that. And then yes, I need probably an input bus. Or it's import bus. Can I craft logic processors? Yeah, sure. We'll get that going. That's crafting. What was the? It's quartz fiber. That's what it was. I just need some quartz fiber. Okay. So, okay, 8 amps is literally being used, basically nonstop. Eventually. Um, that's 1 amp. That's 2 amps of EV. So I have like 6 to work with of EV amps, which I think is actually pretty good. I want a diode. If I can grab an 8, that's great. Super conductor EV. I know I said I wasn't going to worry about this right now, but I am. Now it's too late. Okay. So, plat line. So, what is over here? This was question mark, question mark, question mark, I believe. That room is, I don't know what it's used for. These are all auto crafting rooms. These are nothing. And I could expand into them worry free, basically. I think the best place to start it would be this one, in fact. Well, actually, because my main room's there, I kind of would want a long hallway here. I think the best places would be these 2 chunks, and this one has that wire on it, so I kind of just want to do it on this one, honestly. So that's going to be like using more than half my wires if I don't, so I think I just will. Or that's not true, I can just split it right away here. I'll just do it here because it's not going to be that much of a setup anyway. Whatever. I think that looks good. And then there, I don't even need any ×2 of these. So, what's this look like under here? Oh, this is like the mess area. Yeah, alright. I think I'll put a blast furnace here. So there's my blast furnace, kind of. Where will I put LCRs? I could stack them here, maybe? I'd rather do it here. Can these wall share? You know what? These can probably wall share and they can probably share the energy hatches. Let me just look at the wiki. I'm sure they can. They can wall share each of their sides. Common practice is to place and filter output buses hatches on shared casings. Point them directly into input on an adjacent LCR. Smart. Okay. And then I can share these. Can do that. I do not believe there's a recipe. Well, there can't be one that uses more than EV, probably, right? Should I just look through really quick? LV. Okay. That's a distillery tower using IV power. Which I forgot about that. Oh, if one's using IV power, man, that ruins everything. Because then 8 amps isn't enough. Unless I just don't have one of these. Okay, well, for now, let me just break that one. Alright, we'll just call that there. I do have an advanced fluid extractor in addition to these. So this will probably need to be across like the entire room. Guess I can do it here. Okay. No, I don't love that. It's just gonna get annoying. Yeah, that's my big wire wall there. Okay. Well, let me break this one too. This is a reasonable place to put it. Kinda. Why don't I do it like that? Okay, I noticed this right here has this little loop for no reason. Okay. There's my power. Dude. Oh my god, I thought that would have broken it. Okay, anyway. And then these I do want on this line, but I don't. Where the hell do I want to put these? Shoot. I'll just put them here. There we go. Alright. And then up here, I'll just put a peer-to-peer tunnel. Out like that. Using the network tool on this, I have 2 drives installed, energy cell, blah blah blah. Alright. So with this peer-to-peer tunnel, I need to get it over there. I could go under, but honestly it's such a mess down there. I think it might just look better even to just do it up here. And then when I need more things, I can easily get more peer-to-peers on there. This looks kind of like a good spot here to split it, so I can put down a dense cable, a peer-to-peer, nope, like that. I can just link them really quick. Right. This needs power too. I need anchors. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's good. What was the other problem I'm gonna have? I'm gonna have a problem here, eventually. I'll just do this, and then, well, can't do that. There we go. Okay. I'll just do that. Sweet. Done with the anchors. Do this. I'm probably not done with anchors. You have power now, you should be online. You're 19 F8, and you are 19 F8, like 100 at the end, okay. So those are linked, this has power. 32 channels, so I like have option here, option here, option here, and option here. Like that. There we go. Yep. Yeah, that's good. And similar idea with the LCRs over here too. Wonder if I'm out now? Yeah, I am. That's okay, because that was the last one I needed. Then that's set up, and then that's ready to expand in the future when I need stuff like over there or something. So, that's not my applied energistics setup done for this, but that's the gist of it. The cables. I think next maybe I'll finish the multi-blocks. Well, I don't exactly know what I need. I can get like energy hatches at least though, and like mufflers and things, maintenance hatches, which I have one of. Great. I need a muffler. That works. Out of that now. And then energy hatch. I have EV1, so that's exactly what I need. When I make that distillery tower, it's gonna need 2 of these, I think. That'll be kind of annoying. I think this is probably a good spot to put these. Do I want to do 2? I don't need 2, I can just do 1. I am like running everything here though. The problem is if each of these use 1 amp of EV, and this uses 4 with these 2 energy hatches, I need another 4, and I can only pull 8 out of this diode, and I don't want to go any higher than that. So I'm gonna limit it to 1 for now. Then I won't have that problem. So that's my blast furnace powered. And then I think I want to power each of these separately. I want to power this very bottom one, but I also kind of want to save wires. um, I kind of want to save wires, so yeah, I think I'm gonna actually just have an energy. Or if I do that, are they gonna share it? I guess I can just find out if that would work. So it says it accepts up to 2 amps, so they should each run off that fine. I think what happens is it takes in 2 amps of power. Each of them can only actually use 1 amp of that, and then they each just take their own amp. I guess that means like if my power is ever like running out, like they would start stalling, but if my power is running out, I have problems anyway, so. Or if it was restarting too, that might be a problem, but it's okay. I got a muffler hatch. I have a maintenance hatch. I could just share it on those LCRs. I don't think I'll do that. I think actually I'll put the maintenance here. Okay, and then the only other thing I have is this random HV fluid extractor. Which I'm kind of thinking I'll just throw here or something. I'll just put it down there for now at least. And then I can just have a transformer on that. And I need that in the future. Alright, that's everything. Hey, what's up? It's been a while. I haven't played in a while. I didn't know I wouldn't be able to. So I'm just getting used to everything. I remember now 20 days ago when I had streamed or so. I was working towards this Dangote Distillus. And I thought I could do it, but it turns out you can't overclock this alloy blast smelter. And there's no way around it. I need it for, probably don't have it bookmarked. Alright, well I can get to it really quick. I need it for this molten arcanite. I have to put stuff through an alloy blast smelter. There's no way around it. It needs IV power. I can't overclock it, so I need an IV energy hatch, so I have to do Platline, so that's what I'm working on right now. It's Platline, actually. Um, but I was really annoyed when I found that out. And then two, what was the other thing I figured out? Oh, this is crazy. This is actually very useful. If I didn't realize this. Last time, I was looking at this industrial strength hydrofluoric acid, which is used for a handful of things, but it's used for rare earth and the rare earth 3s. And it turns out you can just duplicate it. In the chemical plant, if you put in 2,000 of it, you can get 4,500 out, just by also putting in hydrofluoric acid. Otherwise, to get this, it's an entire line of like beryllium, and you have to get this and ammonia, and it's a ton of stuff. So you just have to do that once to get 2,000 of it to start, and then you can just duplicate it infinitely like that. So that was great to figure out. And I also looked, and this process uses less hydrofluoric acid than the process to the longer one anyway. So it even saves in that regard, and then of course it saves in like the beryllium and all the random crap you need to. Nitrogen and whatever. Um, yeah, I had to take a break. there was just stuff I had to do, so. Man. One thing I was thinking while I was gone is I kind of really want to upgrade to 2.9. Um, I think it's just cool. Oh, nice. I haven't thought about that stuff in forever. It pisses me off so much getting nether stars, like from getting just the Salus Mundus. When I need to do this next, I'm actually just gonna use applied energistics to automate this at least. But once I get I think where the planet where I get infused gold dust, that's on tier 4 planet. Yeah. And like once I get tier 3 rocket, like tier 4 is like free almost. Oh, it says it requires the assembly line actually. Well, never mind. But once I get that, um, this gives Salus Mundus out. So I just hate making that. But it's probably more efficient just to automate it. Oh, you know what I found out about the IV glass? Because I saw you can do Botania for it. Um, this thorium yttrium glass block counts. Like, to make the autoclave, you can use any 4 of these, and those, the Alf glass, I think, and then this Bifrost, I think, are both Botania. Yeah. So, you have to do like the tungsten steel method, which is 8 ingots there, which is insane. But if you get this thorium yttrium glass block, which is just glass, thoronite, yttrium oxide, which is just yttrium and oxygen, and then this, I think you can just get, yeah, from putting thorium and oxygen in a blast furnace. You get a glass block, and you can use this for like everything. Like, this can go in the LCR and everything. It's just so cheap compared to the tungsten steel method. So it's just thorium and then the yttrium. The problem's getting the yttrium, but I think I almost have it now. Let me see, do I have it going in here? Yeah. So I have 8 in there. So I can make 5 of these, and then what? These are small piles. So I don't need to make that tungsten steel stuff. That's so nice, I feel, compared to the tungsten steel method. Then I can put that on my LCR too, eventually. Why did I want that though? I needed that because I was making IV machines and stuff, and for the multi-blocks in the future. So I'm working on Platline right now, or at least the idea of it. And all I'm gonna do is osmium and iridium. And then I'm gonna ignore the rest of it and pretend it doesn't exist for now. But, I mean, I have to do it before the next tier, but for now I'm just doing this. Because it will be so quality of life to have those materials before I'm tackling the rest of Platline. And then honestly, I might even turn off the Platline so I'm not using the power on it. Anyways. So what did I do up here? I have, or no, I need to look more like this. Well, these are export buses with the OR dictionary filter on it. or I can just use capacity cards and I get 9 things like that, so I'd rather just do that. I'll just take a diamond barrel. I need more. I think I'm almost out probably this, yeah. Hmm. I think I want everything sent back into this one. And then this one just needs to connect underground then to my main one. So here's this one, and then I'm assuming, or I guess this isn't peer-to-peer because, yeah. But, oh, you're definitely maxed out, aren't you? Oh. Yeah, this is using all 8 already. So I could just do another one and run it. That's probably my best thing. Probably just want to do a peer-to-peer and send it that way for the future though too. I think I'll just do that. Do another peer-to-peer network. I'll want some dense cables. I'm assuming I have some more flukes now. Yeah, that's all I need. I do need anchors for sure. There we go. I'm thinking about upgrading to the 2.9 beta. Or waiting for the official release, I don't know. I'm worried about it destroying my multi-blocks though. Because I've looked at the wiki a few times and like it says like this is written for 2.9. And then when I look at the multi-block it doesn't look anything like this. Like I know for sure the ore washer has turbines in it. And it's gonna like make the multi-block not work. And then same with the sifter, I think it's like taller and has coils if I remember. And the maceration tower might be different even. I don't remember if the centrifuge is or the electrolyzer is the one that is. I think it's the electrolyzer is different. And then I think the ABS is different. And then these are the same. So I want to upgrade, but like I want to be prepared for it and like look at the wiki and see what blocks and stuff I need, which might not even be in the game and craftable, but at least I can get the materials for it and not just be clueless when I upgrade. Oh, you did the Tesla tower? How's that work? Is that working great? I was just thinking about that because I was like, these damn wires are so bad. Nice. Did you turn off the like lightning stuff? I gotta kill these spiders. Maybe that's actually my top one priority is just to why oh my gosh, these have so much HP. Okay. Anyway. The multi-blocks that are changed will still work. Oh. Oh, that's so good then. Okay. Well, that's great news. Well, that's weird, because I wonder, like, because when I look up, like, what's something uncraftable? There's probably nothing uncraftable. is there? Well, I was gonna try to look up something uncraftable. I mean, even potions probably have recipes, right? Thick potion, yeah. Oh, I wonder, because when I look up, like, something that's probably been changed, like the sifter, I don't know. That's cool. I wonder why it doesn't show up in the eye, or if it will when the update comes out or not. Well, then I'm not really worried about upgrading. I still would want to change these to the new ones, but at least they'll still work for the time being. Oh, to proceed. Sure. Oh yeah. Will be removed in next major update. Yeah, these radioactive item chambers and HV wireless. Oh, you can't craft them. Oh yeah, yeah, I click on them, you can't craft them, right? Simple washer. Oh, you can still craft this. Well, I don't know why that's showing up. Oh, for the PREC, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, that's cool. So I guess those will be there, and then I'll have blocks you can't obtain. I wonder if I should, like, destroy them then, because I wonder what they get turned into when it does update, and they're gone from the game. Okay. Anyway. Well, if they still work then, that might change my plan. Because the big thing was I'm about to make a new multi-block, this industrial coke oven. Like, I almost have the ability to make this. And when I make this, I know for sure this is getting updated, and this is going from like 10 of these casings to like 60, and it's insane. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna wait and not even build it, but if that's true, then I'll just build it. And then when I want another, I'll upgrade it. Okay, tunnel time. Oh, that's cool too then. Oh, well then I wonder if you can do that. I guess I was looking. What the heck does this even do? This you can still craft. I don't know. Well, these you can't turn into anything. Tool casting machine. That's so cool. Why'd they take that out? Wonder if there's a way to do that or not. Wow, you can just craft them, but... Okay, I gotta do this. Any quartz, fiber... Are you playing on 2.9 or are you still on 2.8? Okay, there's my power. Nope. Or I guess you're probably still on 2.8 if... Or no. Yeah, okay. Well, I might just wait. I don't know. Well, what I like about those new multi-blocks when I was reading them is some of them seem like they're like faster and better than the current versions. And some don't. And they all seem like they're more expensive. But I gotta get it over here. Yeah, I can just do it like this. Oh, it feels good to play this again. It's so fun. Usually. This is a really big thunderstorm in the game right now. Alright. Then I'm gonna do a peer-to-peer here with a dense cable there. Device online, it was like 19F8. Device online, 19F8. Okay. Sweet. And then off of this dense cable, what do I want to do? I want this barrel, like, can go anywhere. Kinda. Gonna do it there. Okay. And then export like that. That'll work for now at least. Just get that ready. I probably want a fluid import too, or export. I'll wait to figure that out. For now, that's that kind of done. Kinda. Okay, I guess I still want some fluids probably because I'm gonna keep working here with this. And some anchors. Okay, I want import buses, and then export. I got those already. I got some imports. And then I need cards. Can I just steal some? I guess. I'll just take a row of 4Ks. I guess that's fine. And then I need fluid cards though. This is the problem. What am I full on? Nitrogen? That's sticky. It should be sticky. Yeah. That reminds me, I never figured out what the problem is over here. Is there a problem? Nitrogen. Yeah, the nitrogen here is full, so nothing else is being produced. I'm not producing argon. I guess the helium's nice. Well, why don't I set this then to overflow voiding? I guess that's fine. That's fine. That way this can keep going at least and get me more argon and helium and stuff that I'll need. I got those cells. I want fluid cells is the problem here. I have fluid processor tier 1. Well, these can be turned into, yeah, fluid storage. Um, uh, I have some multi-fluids still. Yeah, I don't have anything though. Okay. So I need to get some amount of one of these. MV and low voltage. This is like asking for this to get clogged. It's complicated. Good circuit boards. I have those. And then when I look up circuit, I don't think I'm totally fine on low voltage, but yeah, MV I'm low. Which one do I want to make here? I can make 4Ks. I think I want to make 16Ks. And then I just need MV pumps. Then head back here. One thing I'm gonna do soon too is I was crafting things for a clean room upgrade finally. There we go. How many do I want? I'll do one more after this. Okay, well, that's all I can make. Okay. When I made this clean room at first, I made it as small as possible, and it is so cramped in this stupid tiny room. Alright, there's a bunch of 16Ks. I can throw those together to get a bunch of multi ones. Sweet. Alright. Oh, it's the first floor. Alright, that drive is good to go. I will just disconnect this for now. So it's draining like a tiny little bit of power. Alright. So that's all the storage I should really need. And then a lot of fluid. So now, let me go back down here. I want an import bus here. And you're just gonna pull everything. Yep. And you can do it slow, whatever. Wow. Can I get a terminal, please? And stick it down. Okay. Acceleration cards. I have 2 left. Capacity cards I really need. I have like none. I use 1K storage components, really? How many of those I got? 6 left? Oh boy. Those capacity ones will need to be on this for sure. I don't really think I really need an acceleration here. I'm not even gonna do it. It's fine. It's okay. Alright, well now I can set whatever I want down here that I need to. So what do I need for plat line that I want? And then what do I want to do? So I don't want to dump all of it, probably. Shoot, I didn't think about that. This is just going to fill up with all my sulfur I have. There's probably a very easy solution that I just can't think of because I haven't played in a little bit. Well, there's not much I can do with potassium. I think. Well, Grisium though. Mineral water. How can I limit the amount of sulfur I put in here? I have an idea. Okay. Well, that. Okay, but then potassium. Can I just put whatever potassium I want? Okay, saltpeter though. I think all saltpeter needs to go in here. I think that's not a question. Yeah. Please tell me I'm not doing something with it. Okay, I'm not. That can be sent through here. Okay. I need hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Huh. Okay, so I guess I just have one thing going in there. Oh my gosh, that is so slow. Both need an acceleration card, man. Okay. Now I want, like, input buses and hatches. Sweet. So input bus, like I'll have one here for sure. And then what I can do is I can have an output bus here. And then I can set an output filter. Yeah. No input hatch there. Yeah. So the way that this would work is this bottom large chemical reactor does something. I lock this output bus to get one of the outputs specifically up. It automatically should output, yeah, into, well, that is a hatch. Or no, you gotta do this with fluids. Okay, then I'm not gonna worry about that for now. I'll just put down what I have down. So I get the potassium disulfate. I want like a quad hatch here actually. I want a quad hatch. I might want multiple, I'll just take a few. I have the export already. I need another capacity card. Need to craft one. Just craft two. This has to be on the bottom. I forgot about all these blast furnace things. This has to be on the bottom. Fluid export, please. Well, wait though, because yeah, this can just go in its own input hatch actually. But I'll have other fluids I don't know what to do with. And then here, output hatch. And then that's going to be an import. And then this, in that fluid extractor needs to go potassium disulfate, which is going to be a large chemical reactor output. So, I guess I'll just do an export bus on it. That's fine. And then I want some pipes. fluid auto output on down. Alright. I need another maintenance hatch. I might steal it from my old base really quick. I'm too lazy for that right now. Can I just grab one from somewhere I definitely don't need? I need possibly all three of these. I don't need you. Yeah, I don't need you anymore. Maintenance. I don't need anything else from you. I'll do this really quick. I just thought earlier I put in some stuff to get cut into these Nord chips. So let me get those cut. Those make a lot. Thought I don't like have any. Do I have a ton in here? No. Okay. Oh, you have the maintenance hatch. It's these ones that don't. Oh, well, they can share for now. So then do you even have a problem here? I think this is probably fine. Probably. Well, I can grab stuff from here. I keep forgetting. I'm gonna grab sulfur and put it into here manually. And what's the other? Potassium is also the thing I need. I don't have a lot of potassium at all. What the heck? I thought I had a ton of this. I probably haven't moved it. But I haven't moved that. Okay. I'm just gonna grab the heat blocks. And then I'm just gonna grab these freaking Canthal cables. Whatever coils. I need to make coils for this. Incomplete structure. Yeah, I thought it might be. That's okay. So what's wrong with it? Energy hatch has to be on the bottom. Maintenance has to be on the bottom for whatever reason. Everything has to be on the bottom. And then the output hatch can be on the top. Okay. Output hatch on the top. Energy hatch has to be on the bottom. Why is... It's so dumb, man. Nope. And then... Well, this is where I would put the energy hatch if I had it. Uh... Oh, is the structure good? Structure's good. Okay. I'll figure out the power later. And then what am I putting into the fluid extractor? It's gonna be this potassium disulfate. That will extract, it will just immediately go straight into the blast furnace here. I'll have an export bus here. This needs to be like an 11. Okay. Alright. Potassium disulfate. A large chemical reactor getting these things. There's some kind of limiting things, but I think it will be okay. Just put it on the bottom, probably. So I just want to do it like that. What do I need to export? Yep. This needs a capacity card. I want sulfur, potassium going into here. That works really slowly, but it works. And then I need oxygen, which is going to be the start of my problems now. This will be in there. I need platinum residue to be going into my blast furnace. Huh. I guess I'll just go grab it from my old base. That's fine. Alright. And I do have a ton. Yeah, I have a ton of potassium. Cool. So there's my platinum residue. Just grab what I can here. And then why don't I also just break my potassium and get that all in here? Oh, that's a way faster way to do that. Okay. Oh, I have a ton of saltpeter dust. Oh. Just transport it like this. My inventory's a mess right now. think I'm just gonna reset it here. Just reset my inventory. Okay. All this stuff can go into here. My potassium can go into this barrel here. Is that being imported? No, just saltpeter. You can see it go in. Cool. Cool. Alright. And then I have platinum residue, which needs to go in there. Alright. Alright. There's my platinum residue dust in there too. All that I have right now. So then in this input, I want platinum residue going in. Cool. How long does this take? It takes 10 seconds. It is cheap. Sweet. I'm gonna get out this rhodium sulfate. um, Fluid import. Well, how much am I getting here? I'm hardly getting any, so I can import this slow, it doesn't matter. What was I thinking? Oh, that's what it was. I want another output hatch and then a fluid trash can. Which first do I have the fluid trash can? Yes, it's my last one. And then I want an output hatch. That can just be a low voltage. And then that will be up here. And then this will be locked to steam here. So now any steam I get should just immediately go into trash because I don't want 1,000 liters of steam right here. It's fine. I'm okay. Everything else will go into this output hatch and be delivered in. Ignoring problems this will have if I had a ton of each material. This setup I think is going to be fine for now. So I think, do I have another input down here? No. Okay, well what do I need for this? That I already have. And then I want salt water going in, hydrochloric acid going in, salt water. Oh, need a capacity card. Hydrochloric acid going in. Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking that's not true. Boy. Hmm. Oh, I wonder if this is a way to get salt. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, infinite salt. Yeah, it is. With chlorine. Well, that's chlorine and sodium going into it there. Or, well, I can get a lot of salt easy. Make salt water with that. Or I can get gas tiers, and that's kind of a better way to do it. But that's growing those. I have the tier stocks. I think I need another like quad input over here probably. Well, maybe not. Okay. I need to just like I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm trying to read all these steps at the same damn time. What's the first thing? It says potassium disulfate. Sulfur and potassium needs to go in there with some oxygen. Is that happening right now? Yeah. Okay. Um Is there only that much sulfur because that's all the sulfur I put in? Now I'm worried about this. Yes, it is. Okay. So I need limit insertion here. Probably limit insertion on you too. That is not all the platinum residue I have. But it's probably... Yeah, it's just because that's happened. Okay. Um... This needs oxygen. So why don't I run it off of this dense cable? I'll send it over here underground. Want some of these. Need anchors. I need fluid exports. I need capacity cards, please. Alright. There's my anchors. Okay. Alright. Then up here I want it to look nice. I think it looks really nice when I do it like that, which is why I usually waste them. Oh, don't want that. Alright. Oh, nope, I want this open. Sweet. And then this is what I'm looking at. I need a hatch. Might want to do a quad hatch, I don't know. What else do I need to input after this? Because it's that salt water. It's that salt water and no, saltpeter is a dust, obviously. Hydrochloric acid, I think, also though. So why don't I just do a quad? Well, wait, is that gonna be in the same thing? This one's gonna be on 11. And then that has to be on 11 too. Oh, this doesn't have to be on anything. Now I'm getting confused. Okay. No. This is what I'm looking at. This doesn't have to be on anything. Okay. Fluid export. I'll just do it like that. Capacity card. Alright, because this is a quad hatch, I can just dump whatever I want into here, which is going to be hydrochloric acid, and then oxygen. And then that definitely needs acceleration, without a doubt. Don't have one. telling me I have 8,000 hydrochloric acid? Yep. Of chlorine. Shoot. So I need chlorine like bad. I need that for the. That's hydrofluoric. Well, let me grab chemically inert. I don't need a maintenance. I probably need like output, hatch, and bus. Um, Let me just try to get this done though. Oh crap. Dang it. I can't wall share like this. What am I doing? They need the coil on top. They have to be next to each other. And I have no room now to do it, so I just gotta separate them. Damn it. Or completely rearrange it. Okay. Oh well. Pipe. I do not know what it's called. PTFE. I don't have one. No, man. PTFE fluid pipes. No. 1, 2. I'm good. Okay. Nope, it's down here. Now they can't share an energy hatch. Oh man. Then the coil has to be on top. I don't know how it wouldn't have to. Heating coil adjacent. It doesn't. No way. It doesn't have to be on top. Oh. I'm saved. No way I'm saved. That's crazy. You can do that. Should be able to. Alright. So then these should be satisfactory. You say machine damage. You say machine damage. Okay, so they're both good now. That is so cool. Alright. Oh, that's true. I don't want to be doing hydrochloric acid here. Or I don't want to be importing it from here. If I am importing it, I just want to do it into the system. I'm only doing oxygen here because this is the only thing that requires oxygen. Oxygen's infinite anyway, so basically infinite for me. Okay, well I can just ignore it because it's not in this first step. I want sulfur and potassium in there with some oxygen. I got sulfur and potassium in there. And then on that bus, I guess I'll just set this bus to 11. I don't think it will do anything weird. Alright. And then let me do this. Not enough soldering material. Okay. Sweet. Alright. You say screws are loose. Okay. You say you're good. Not enough item output space. Perfect. That means it would work. Okay. I just simply don't have an export on you at all. Right? Yeah. So in the case of this, I just want to export out. Output bus. Right there. And then I can go ahead and go. Okay. So that just uses so much oxygen, and it's so... That's okay, because this takes forever to... Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay. I just need an import AE right here. Doesn't really matter how slow this is, so I can just use this rather than an interface. Then that should be going into here. It is. This has no power. Okay. Alright. That's worth it though. Alright. Your output hatch needs to be at the bottom to collect the rhodium sulfate. Oh. Well, it's good to read that. Well, this one's locked to water. So. That's an output bus. I want an output hatch here. And then this can just be heat proof casing. Fluid import on here. Sweet. Now the only thing up here is just an H2O thing, which is fine. Let me go ahead and repair all this damage. You're good to go, it's just you don't have a recipe, of course. Actually, you're not good to go because you don't have power either. Alright, I need a transformer. EV to HV. I need an HV cable. Or maybe a few. I definitely need superconductor. I might want a diode. I think I will want a diode of the 2 amp variety. Should be totally fine. Okay. And then over here, we have the energy hatch down there on the bottom. And then this thing also needs power here. So I'm going to do a transformer here. Silver cable here. Come over like this. Alright. And then if this just has 2 amps, it should be good. I think I can just put it like this. Energy can only flow in that direction. This should be running. Yep. Alright. So this now melts down to molten potassium disulfate, goes into here. We have all this platinum residue dust. It's on 11. If I turn this on, it should go. Not enough item output space. Okay, so this makes some leach residue dust. I probably just don't have an output bus, do I? Yeah. I don't have room for an output bus. Is there some crazy stuff I need over here? Okay. I guess I need it like here. This needs to be an output bus. Well, that might just turn on now. Well, I want to watch it turn on. Don't turn on yet. Okay, you're not. Output bus. I need to import. Sweet. Alright. Okay, that works though. Alright. Now, when I hit this should turn on. Sweet. Muting you. Alright, in 6 seconds, using 1800 EU per tick. Little too much. I mean, that's fine. That's just 1 amp of EV. If I get better coils on it, that could be improved a lot. These are freaking Campbell. No valid recipe found. No way it's done with everything. How much of this does it need for each? Oh, 360. Gotcha. I need a ton of that then. It just takes a while on this. Alright. So, I should have rhodium sulfate in here. Sweet. Rhodium sulfate. And then I should have this leach residue dust. Yep. Cool. So why don't I turn this off for now, so I can collect a lot of that. Supposedly that makes that, I guess. And then I can get this first quest. I wonder what, like, the skips are. So this does all the separation things. Does it do platinum group processing, all the other metals? Platinum group processing. Okay. If I have 64 iridium dust. I don't know how much I'll get. Well, let me, for now, I'll just actually grab the quests for now. Alright, cool. So that's the first step done. Second step done. Rhodium, ignore. And then we're on to this one. This one's the stupid one. Saltpeter and salt water. Alright. So in the same blast furnace, I want leach residue, saltpeter going in. Salt water's going in already. And then I need like another input bus. I mean, I could just do it in here. I guess I can just do it in there. I need another capacity card. Yep. Capacity card. Okay, card. This is on limit, yep. Alright, we're gonna expand it, and we're gonna say leach residue dust and saltpeter dust. Which actually, I think I have both. Man, this whole thing's gonna be so slow. Salt water going in. Then these are just gonna be out. This sodium ruthenite, I'll just forget about it. Steam is being deleted, it should be being deleted. And then I'm gonna get this out, which then needs to go back in. This rarest metal residue dust on 11, which it's already on 11. So we'll send that into This really needs an acceleration card actually, because it's gonna have problems. I feel like. Alright, I need a bunch of cells for the quest. Don't need that anymore, don't need that anymore. Is that exactly what I needed? Oh, I need 78. One more. There we go. Thank you. And then I can just turn this on and it can just go. Alright. It doesn't look like I have any problems. I just want to upgrade those coils at some point. This step's obviously done. This next step's done too. I guess there's no point in really grabbing these. Well, there is. I don't know. Is there an osmium skip? Okay. I'll be okay. Okay. What is this? Ancient gold coin. No other way to get this. It's just some gold. Found in ancient ruins. Okay, that stuff's done. Saltpeter's done. Leech residue's done. It's just salt water cells. Which, how the hell do I get it? I don't know. I guess I need salt water production. I can either mix salt and water, so I can either use salt to get salt water. Right, or well, salt's what I can electrolyze to get chlorine. How much salt do I have? Like nothing. What can I do with this rock salt? I can electrolyze rock salt. Um, hmm. It's just the same chlorine I just cannot get. Oh, from the Entity Crusher. That's a good idea. There's a plant you can do it with, I was thinking about. Um, Let me look up if I can see that King Gast. The heck? That was really weird. Gast. I thought there was. I thought they would just come up here. I don't know. That's weird. Produces liquid XP also. Okay. Yeah, I've looked. One time I sat and just scrolled down this entire freaking page. Kingast. Oh, I've seen this guy. Nice. Ten health. They nearly all have 10 health. I think this guy might be the best. Or the you drop iron. King Gas drops emerald though too, and the gold. Queen Gas drops gold. And emerald same thing. Apparently a ghast spawn egg. Which is useless, nearly. Huh. Okay, what's it take to make this? Steel? Cheap glass? Steel? Diamond spikes, which are actually a kind of a lot of diamonds, because I need 9, right? Yeah. Can you, well, is there like a catalyst? Oh, powered spawner goes in controller slot. That's right, you need the spawner. So I could make multiple spawners and then just switch them out when I need it. Or just make multiple of these. Vacuum hoppers, cheap EV stuff. Hmm. Oh, that's true too, because you can also use like blood magic. Because I was looking into blood magic a lot. Because I found out like I can do the meteor things now. Typo in the quest book. Why do I have? Oh, free loot bag. What am I gonna get? Hopefully I get. Is there iridium in here? Hopefully I get like the LUV circuits. I guess if you get the sensor or emitter, that's you can go to the tier 3 planets early. That's actually crazy. So I think those are the only things that require Platline. What am I gonna get? Item filters. Sure. Yes, that's the one I had looked at, I think, actually. Because I had the like spawner. Cause what did these give? They give the golden apples. I think that's what I was after. Maybe. Or what do you give? Was I after the golden apples? I might have been after the golden apples because. Oh, and Salus. Oh, no kidding. Maybe that's what it was then. I was after the golden apples because they give a ton of gold. And just macerate, I get 8 gold dust. Well, they're really good. I had looked at these. Maybe it was for the diamonds. I don't know. I don't know. It's actually kind of nice they drop diamonds too. Only 3 seconds too. Ah, man, there's so much to do in this mod, man. Why do these take the same amount of time, but they have the same? They have different HP. And the Salasmondos. I mean, and all the shards. There was one up there, and then the stab alloy gone. Maybe I could do like something of all of them. I'm gonna be back in a couple minutes. I'll just be like 3 minutes maybe. All right, I'm back already. Um, Man, there's just too much to do. I'm really good on steel. I don't even need to make any. I don't want to use power unless I need to. Do I have the ability to make the glass blocks? No. What about this? I might. No, I don't. Um, about glass dust. Can I autocraft glass dust? Nope. That's okay. I'm just gonna make a pattern for this really quick. I haven't done this yet since I came back. Do that. And then, hey, if you have 9 of these, you can compress it. I might not have a compressor here. Don't remember. Okay, I want an alloy smelter and then a compressor. I do not have a compressor. Yeah. But at least I can make some of this. Doesn't this take a while? I guess some glass dust. I have no way of getting glass. Why do I not have a recipe for glass? Um, don't have an arc furnace. Man, I'm trying to do too many things at once. I'm not used to playing this. I need to like chill out. Gonna do salt water. Okay, I need chlorine. Let me go look at my old base and see what stockpile I have. Cause I don't think it's gonna be good. And I know for a fact I'm like out of it. I'm not. I have 4 million. Okay. Hydrochloric acid, I actually have 200,000 liters in there. And then this is still distilling all this. Don't I have salt water? Yeah, I do. It's sitting here. Okay, well, then for now I'm just gonna grab some cells and grab them. Go back to my old second base. Over here. If I remember, it's like I don't need a ton of salt water. And then hydrochloric acid I want a lot of. Okay. Um, I'll just grab that and bring it back with me. Why not? Okay, and then I think I'll just put salt water into here. Call that fine, and then hydrochloric acid needs to go in there, of course, too. Alright. Okay. And then I was trying to brainstorm. I really don't have any more super tanks. I'm all out of super tanks. Uh, hmm. Well, I know where I can get one. I was trying to brainstorm how I want to do this, and I think I know. I think I'll fluid export from my main line into tanks that then are a storage for the thing, so that they can only hold so much. And then once that's full, I'll start stockpiling, like whatever in my main system instead. It makes sense to me. I don't think I explained that good. It's in my head though. I cannot like focus. I'm having a lot of trouble like focusing on stuff today in this, just because it's been a while. So those tanks need process, and technically they're off this line. Oh, I need to leave one here. I can't bring both. Okay, I'll leave one, but that's technically a tank I can use. I already grabbed that one. Is there a tank like over here? Well, here's a tank that is like useless. Can I grab a pipe from somewhere? Right here. Okay, so that still works. So there's one tank scavenged. One of these was never even hooked up to anything. Oh, it was that one. I already grabbed it. Water. Okay. Well, I don't need that. Okay, these need to go to. Okay. Go to my base. Put these all down for now. I think that Silicone River does have a spot, so that's good. Molten Tungsten Seal shouldn't. I just want to empty that. Water. Add a spot, I guess. Okay, and then let's turn off. That's already off. This needs its own like place. Where do I want to put these is the next question. I guess over here. Fluid import. Or, well, okay, this is temporary. This needs a fluid import because it's temporary. But then these, they need fluid export. Coming off of that, I'm not running out here, am I? Yeah, I'm not even close. Okay. Going in is what? Salt water. All the salt water I have right now. We're gonna lock that. And then going into this one. This is gonna be the hydrochloric acid, right? Yeah. Get a fluid storage bus, please. Can I get 2 of them? Alright, I can get 2 of them. I can go in there. These can go in there. How's that crafting going? It's almost done. Storage. There we go. Just get anchors. There we go. Alright, so now these are viewable on my Platline network. Salt water and hydrochloric acid fills these tanks from my main line. And then I can view these. So you can see that the salt water is actually already going in somewhere. Where's that going? Oh, into there. Cool. Is it running right now on the salt water? Oh, it is. So I'm making sodium erythanate. I'm making steam. That steam shouldn't be coming out of here. Just want to make sure that. Okay, it's not. It has to be disappearing. Alright, not enough fluid output space. That's probably just it being weird. Alright, and then we have the rarest metal. Oh, this is probably run then. Why does it keep saying not enough output space, man? I don't know. I think because it's doing... Now we're on the same recipe here now. What recipe gets me this even? Hydrochloric acid and the rarest metal. It's running a few times. Okay. Yeah, we'll go in the distillery and then I'll go into the chemical reactor to get me some of the stuff. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm happy with this for now. Sweet. Happy with that. I'm gonna run out of salt water. Dude, I really just want to empty this. Is there a... I'll just go to my old second base and go to my fluid solidifier, man. That has a tiny little bit of polyethylene in it. Can I just make a rod? Can't make a rod. Can I just make a screw? There you go, tungsten steel screws. Cool. I guess I need polyethylene plates, so let me get those going. Actually, I know I want ingots. Or I'm thinking PTFE. Well, we can have some of those too. Let me grab PTFE because I'll throw that on. Oh, once you pick it up, you can't put it back down. No, I'm just gonna do that. Okay, there's PTFE bars, which I need for stuff. I'll just grab some polyethylene to go deposit. Silicone rubber sheets I'll take some PTFE sheets and take some nice epoxide ones too. Should have brought cells so I could grab stuff. I thought that's why I went. I didn't even grab any. There's some cells. Alright. I think I need a lot of the hydrochloric. I'll grab a lot. Sweet. Alright. Not enough food output states. I think this needs like multiple output hatches. What's happening is it says doing like one recipe and I think it just wants to do a different one. Well, I don't even know if that's what's happening. I don't know, it's fine for now. What's the next step? Where am I even at now? I don't know. So I've done this one because I have the salt water in there, and then I've done this one. So now I can branch. I do distillation tower, and then LCR. So that one's very easy, so I'm just gonna ignore it. Iridium metal residue dust needs to go into there. On one. On one, yeah. And then it'll go into the LCR. Okay. I need another input bus and all the AE stuff. Input bus. And just grab some output things here too. Wow. I'm almost out of them, I guess. I'll craft 10. I'll craft 10. I'll take some hatches here. And then I want fluid imports. Want some exports. I think I will need some import buses here. Craft those. What's something I need that I'm like crafting over and over again? 10 cables. Rods. Thousand steel rods coming up. Plate. Titanium plates again. Craft some of those. Craft a lot of steel plates too. I'm gonna need those soon. Anyway. Alright. Crafting some stuff. I have some stuff. I'm gonna grab some fluix. Need some anchors. That's probably about everything here. Okay. So I need another input. What is this over here? This is an output. There's no freaking room for anything. Is there even a spot? There's this. There's just this one. Oh, well, I probably made you turn off. My bad. Hopefully it wasn't a good process. ME export. And that's going to be iridium residue, which we do on 1. There we go. That's the recipe that's new. I should be able to run a few times here. Alright. So that's running. That's getting me sludge dust, residue dust, which is useless. That can be centrifuged and turned into gold. Well, it's useful, but it's not for iridium. The iridium dioxide then needs to go into the LCR with hydrochloric acid. Alright. So first time in a while, I'm gonna go back over here. Let me get an input hatch. Most of the stuff left is gonna be on this LCR too. We're going to fluid export in some of that nice hydrochloric acid in here. Sweet. Iridium dioxide again. I'm just gonna put in iridium dioxide dust. I don't want to do it here, so I think I don't have an input bus. I don't have any buses. Okay. Bus. I have a lot, because I just crafted those. We'll do an input bus right here. No, not, well, I'll do one there. Well, actually, I'll do one there, for sure. And then we'll do this. Alright. And then what am I putting in? I'm putting in this iridium dioxide. Not enough fluid output space. That makes total sense. What am I doing with this fluid when it's done? Ammonium chloride. Of which there's like nearly no other use, and then there's only one use of this, so I'll just send that back down. What, and that's gonna be an output. So what you can do is you can do an output here, input here, and then you have them face each other. And now and then you go on this output, you grab the fluid, and then there we go. This can run now. Okay, I'm making a ton of that. Sweet. And then you can see, although this is the output hatch, I think I saw it there for an instant. It just immediately will go down into here, of which it could then run with this ammonium chloride to give me all this. Speaking of ammonium chloride, what the hell and how, I gotta get that. Hydrochloric acid and ammonia. Cool. Alright, everything's working though. So if you look at this, we have a ton of this, and that's because we have to wait for this molten potassium disulfate to come out. We're waiting on the molten potassium disulfate because it just takes a while on this little tiny fluid extractor. I could have more, but I'm just trying to go low energy. If I look, I have like 2,000 of the dust, so I have a big stockpile to come through still. Then like this leach residue, I need 10 for it to run. I don't have 10 in here. Simple as that. And then when that does come through, I get this rarest earth in groups of 6. So this just runs perfectly. It gets turned into this, which this iridium metal residue dust then gets put like in this slot, and then gets moved up into here. So although it keeps saying like, well, it kept saying like the fluid storage space, it's clear that the limiting thing right now is this, and not problems with me recycling everything through the EBF, the same EBF. So basically everything's just limited based on this fluid extractor right here, which is what I would want. And these LCRs are like hardly even running. Alright. Next. So we have this. That needs to get mixed to make that. I guess this is my next step. And then what's after that? Calcium. To get calcium chloride. Okay, this looks interesting then. So I need ammonium chloride from ammonia and hydrochloric acid. Ammonia I get back out, so I just need to input hydrochloric acid into an LCR to get these two. And then once I get a dust, I combine it with calcium. I get garbage, iridium, yay. Calcium chloride, which, wow, has nothing I can even do with it other than a fluid solidifier for a dust, which is weird. With 3 of them, I get a calcium out. So, okay. So it's just another cycle to get back some chlorine that I used. And then that calcium's free, so I don't need to actually input calcium here at all unless this stuff starts getting clogged. So I kind of need... So with that in mind, I kind of need a little setup here where I need chlorine going in to mix with ammonia to make that. Need ammonia going in, and then I need like this going into a fluid solidifier going into an electrolyzer to get me this stuff. So I need an electrolyzer, fluid solidifier. Okay, electrolyzer, HV1 please. Don't have HV freaking circuits. What the heck, man? Electrolyzer, fluid solidifier, HV of the MV variant, sure. Chemical reactor of the MV variant, sure. Because this should run rarely anyway. As long as I can get this. Oh, this is an EV. Well, I shouldn't be doing chemical reactors anyway, actually. Forgot. So I only need the fluid solidifier and the electrolyzer. Which I don't have an electrolyzer. Seriously. There's an HV fluid solidifier just sitting in here. I'll just steal it. And then I want an HV electrolyzer. I need HV circuits. Alright, I'm gonna go to my old base. Well, time to get HV circuits going, because I have none. Drop all that on the ground. I don't want that on the ground, but... Really, this is all the advanced circuit boards I have? Oh, are those not the good boards? Those are my boards I need right now, right? Yeah. Yeah. I only have 64 of them? Damn. Resistors, capacitors. Need transistors in here. Need these. Electrum wire, nano CPUs. Electrum wire I have like none of. And then the nano CPUs. Got 2 stacks there. That's it. Alright, I'm crafting them. Okay. You mean to tell me I can only make like 3 stacks of HVs? Can I get 2 of them really quick at least? For an electrolyzer, thank you. Electrolyzer. Two. What do you mean I don't have the... Why is... Oh, okay. That's fine. Never mind. Hopefully that can craft... Yeah, okay. I was worried that might take a minute, but it was instant. Okay. I need some calcium to kickstart everything. So I'll take a stack of it. I mean, there's absolutely no problem in this unless I have too much chlorine, I guess. Okay. I kind of want a transformer here. There we go. Alright. So, I'm using 1 amp here, 2, and then like a 4th, kinda. So I'm still good on my amperage, actually. You are only using... Yeah, you're only using like 1800 every time you run. Yeah. So I could throw the machines here, but it's gonna be messy. I'll come over here. This is just gonna kind of be messy. Why don't I figure out what's going on? So I'm gonna input. This is happening in the reactor. And then I'm getting ammonia, and that's just gonna go back into the reactor. I get this. I put in calcium, I get out calcium chloride. Okay. So where does that step take place? That's the question. This step, I guess, will take place in the top one. I don't know why it would matter. So it takes place in the top one. This gets out. This gets electrolyzed in the top one. And then the calcium just goes straight back into the top one. So this all can kind of transpire around up here. So if I just have like these two things right here be like inputs and outputs basically, then this will work perfectly. So I'll put a transformer like here. Yeah, and then go like that. Then that works. What is the thing I'm grabbing out? It's this calcium chloride. So what I'm gonna do is have an output hatch here. I'm gonna lock it to calcium chloride. It's gonna output directly into a fluid solidifier that apparently needs to be set on 1. This will fluid out. This will, or not fluid auto output. This should item output into an electrolyzer. And then the electrolyzer will take this calcium chloride dust and get all this out. And then we're gonna item output down. Into an input bus. And then you have a fluid, though. So we're going to do fluid import on you as well. And then that can connect on over. Although not really like that. Well, that works. Okay. Well, okay, this looks better. Well, okay, I need anchors here. Alright, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or something. I'm getting close to the limit on this cable already, actually. Okay. And then I can throw the calcium into there because that's ready to go. And then the fluid will, the chloric stuff will just get put in there. Cool. Okay. So then my other problem is this ammonia. So I need ammonia to kickstart it. I'm guessing I have some. Ammonia 1214. Okay, ammonia. So this bottom one, I think I want to produce it, right? Acidic iridium solution. Or that's in the bottom one right now. Okay, so I need the bottom one to be running this recipe. So I need the top one to be producing ammonium chloride. So why don't I just do these two here? So this will be an output hatch, and then this one will be an input. That should be fine. The recipe's running on the bottom, so I need ammonium to be locked here. So ammonia goes into here. That ammonia combines with hydrochloric acid that I think is already, yes, in here, correct. So where is my ammonia? It's supposed to go in here. So I put it in there, instantly goes into here. And then if this has power, with that ammonia and hydrochloric acid, I have to have a bus set on 1. So I guess if I just hit this to 1. Not enough fluid output space, that's what I thought. Okay. So then with the not enough fluid out space problem, this ammonia chloride is what I'm creating. And that needs to be on this bottom one. So let me screwdriver one of these. Okay, and we're gonna do input, output. This is getting really freaking messy. And then this needs to be locked to ammonium chloride. Turn on. Ammonium chloride went into here. So this now has ammonium chloride and the acidic iridium thing. Cool. The ammonia goes back up. It's already done. It's back down. Sweet. So that has no problems. So now this is going, it's turning into this chloride dust. That chloride dust now needs to be going into this top one where my calcium is. Can I just throw it in on that one? Will that run here? I think it did. No. I don't have a... No, I do have a calcium chloride one, don't I? I don't have an output bus. That's actually the problem. That's funny. First time I need an output bus here. Okay, let me just check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is my last one I can use. Let me turn this off. Output bus. And then I want an import. I don't have an import. There we go, you can see the iridium dust and that stuff. So after this runs, oh, there's my first iridium. First of all, nice. Sweet. There's iridium. Let me get some garbage. Some calcium chloride so you can see it is now coming into there. So now this, yep, you can see it fluid solidifies, goes into here, it makes some chlorine, it makes, what's it called? The calcium as well, which then just goes straight back down. Cool. And then that chlorine then is going into here. So now I want like priorities and stuff. I'm not even using chlorine for anything, am I? I don't need just chlorine, but I probably will for something at some point. Okay, I need a... Let me move where this is. This is annoying me. I need an import. Did I get anything for holding this? Nope. That's my first iridium, though. Nice. I can almost make HSSS. No. What can I do with this? This gets centrifuged into literal garbage. Wow. Sweet. Me import. There we go. So that's this done. That's this done. So now I have this quest and this quest, and then I'm done. So for this, I need a distillation tower running on IV power. And then for this, I put it into a chemical reactor. So this is gonna be on the top one probably, and I'll just have a water dedicated output, and then chlorine gets collected wherever it gets collected or whatever. That will have to be on a different one of these. Why don't I just do this actually? I'll do this. There, so that shouldn't really be a problem. Okay. So next I need to construct a distillation tower of some height. Put everything away. Cool. Okay. I need a distillation tower. It's kind of the last thing here I need now. For this step. So I only need 2 levels. So what does that mean? The correct height equals the slot number. So that's only this high, right? So just a 3x3. So I barely even need any. I actually don't have any. That's surprising. Stainless steel. I have a lot of frames. I have a lot of plates. Just make some. Not in that assembler, because that would screw everything up. Okay. That should be enough for what I need. Yeah, it is. I need this. So it is using EV circuits. It's large stainless steel pipes. Sure. Let's do that. Cool. There's my multi-block. And then I just need maintenance, hatch, energy, all the usual stuff. I need 2 of these. No, I think it's fine. I just remembered something, but it's not for this one, because this you can just overclock. There's something in here where it's like there's a better way to do it, but you can't make the machine part or whatever until you've already run it a few times, and then you just replace it. Alright. So... Oh, this is so sweet. I have iridium and osmium here already. I'm gonna need these. Maybe I can kind of try to get this started. Indium and vanadium. get this from mixing it on 2 on an IV mixer. I think I have an IV mixer in my old piece. My wrench is gone. It's been lost. The heck was I doing? Oh, I have to actually use this wrench because insert on green, please. Up. Oh, there we go. So that doesn't get clogged. And there's some superconductor base IV dust. And then this needs to go in. It can go on an HSSG. I don't know though. It doesn't exactly sound like I want to use power to run this right now. Can I get the? Can I get the next tier of energy coils? Actually, because this is worth getting. I need HSSG dust in large amounts. Osmium, iridium. Where's my multi-block goals? It's just mica, the molten stuff. Okay. I don't remember why I was really here, honestly. But I'll grab these HP circuits too. And the rest of my titanium that's done. I want my wrench, please. Get that stuff going. Alright, and then I can deposit all of that. I have my energy hatches, I have those. Alright, now I just need actual hatches. And bus. And then I do need a maintenance hatch. Still, I think doing this in the assembler is just stupid. I do not have a mallet? Really? Seriously? Okay, I made a few. I think I'm good to build it. So this is my little power hungry thing. Where do I want to build this? I kind of want to build it here, but that's a stupid spot. I'd rather just build it like here. I have to have the input hatch like that. Okay. I just need 2 of these. Screwdriver on. Input hatch, output, output. and then an input bus here on the bottom. What recipe am I even friggin' doing? Just to get this osmium solution. I don't even have a input bus thing, but I think I need that there. Okay, and then this is hollow if I remember. I do need a maintenance. And then of course I need some energy hatches. I think that's good. Are you good? Machine damage? Should mean you're good. You're ready to turn on. Okay. I need superconductor wires. I need fluid export. And then fluid import. And then fluix. Probably need anchors. And then I want a fluid trash can, but I don't have another. Fluid trash can. It's very easy to make. And just grab a ton of ender pearls, and then please tell me I just have iron plates. Nope. Alright, I'll just wait on some iron plates to be made. Let me just go build this, what I can though. I can export on this one. And then what's the important one? It's gonna be that very first one. And then that's gonna be a... I wonder if I can do that. That's probably fine. Okay, I'll do that, because then I can run it. What is going in here? This acidic. Cool. How much of that do I have? I'm just curious. Okay, good. Off my screen. I have a ton. I have 153, which is going to be cut into a tenth. And then give me that many osmium, so I have like 15 osmium right now. It's not a lot, but okay. This could run if I had the power, so last thing is the power. Run. Osmium solution should have been in there, and then this one's water. It works. I just need fluid trash cans. Which now that I have some iron plates, I can do that. And then can I just get like a handful of these tanks? Oh. They use this saltpeter dust, really? Well. Can I do it with it in my inventory? Nope. Okay, I'll take it off that for a second. radiator dust. That needs to go back on this export because it goes under there. Okay. Let me go assemble. Oh shoot, I gotta go. I gotta go. I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. I'm finally back. I'll be streaming probably every day now, again. For the foreseeable future. Alright. All done for today then.